If you call the roll, Marge.
Councilman DeFlippo.
Here.
Councilman Spurlock.
Here.
Councilman Smolder.
Here.
Councilwoman Marker.
Here.
Councilman Strider.
Here.
Councilman Lilly.
Here.
Councilman Reimer.
Wait a minute. Sorry. Councilman Reimer?
Here.
That a boy?
Councilwoman Walker. And Mayor Moll.
Here.
Kevin.
Please stand. Councilman Lily's going to lead us in a word of prayer. Councilman?
Holy Father, thank you for the city of South Charleston. Be with all of us throughout this day and help us to make the right decisions tonight. Amen.
Thank you. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Margie?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Water went down the wrong way. Need a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting, please.
So moved.
Need a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes.
Aye.
No monthly financial, correct?
I make a motion to accept as submitted.
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry, there was one. Sorry, Hannah.
That's fine.
It was so quick and smooth, I forgot about it. Is there a second, please?
Second.
Second by Councilman Smolder. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion
Aye.
passes. Petitions, communications, and public hearing. Item A is to recognize, and I'm not going to butcher your last name, so I'm going to say Ted, and I'll let you do it. And Ted's here as a candidate for the West Virginia Senate. So Ted, the floor is yours. Please come to the podium and say your last name correctly.
Here's my catchphrase on our campaign: better with Bettner.
That's good.
There you go. Okay. Now I won't
I'll do
forget.
exactly what
Bettner, I got it now. I got it.
Yeah, but I just really greatly appreciate the Tom. I'm not here to preach or anything about. And hoping, to me, good politics is not about partisanship; it's about partnership. And I think city governments, like here in South Charleston, exemplify that. Growing up, that's all I ever heard is, why can't Charleston run as good as South Charleston? And to this day, people say that. When I come downtown here and see that your public employees get appreciated because you celebrate them and you care about the public good, that tells me like somebody's doing something right in that community. I will tell you, I almost died in a plane crash in your community up at Mallory Airport.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a pretty scary moment in my life. So there's some bad things that are happening.
Stay out of mud, son.
And I won't tell you what we used to call the South Charleston Rec Center growing up.
We know. Oh, we know it.
Yeah. But I grew up on the west side of Charleston. I went to Stonewall Jackson, and then I went to Capitol High School, graduated in '97. Just went to West Virginia University, came back here, started getting involved in work, and I directed a think tank called the West Virginia Center on Budget and Policy for about 15 years, and now I continue to do research work and present to legislatures in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Kentucky. Sometimes West Virginia. I work a lot on oil and gas issues, economic development, and those things, but I've always had a deep appreciation for especially local governments, because those that are closest to the people tend to get along better. Last week on Tuesday, I was in Bell for their city council meeting. They had more people there, there was a lot of controversy, which I didn't know about when I was there.
We gotta keep that down around here.
Yeah, I think that's really important too. And you just have such a charming place that I've grown up here, coming here, and eating here. Yes, I believe better restaurants. So I just really appreciate the Tom. I'm happy to answer questions. Our website is betterforbettner.com. I am running as a Democrat, but I've always looked at myself as sort of a cross-partisanship type person. It's funny, I've been out of politics or policy for like 5 years, and when you step back and look at it and see what's going on, I think it's real simple to say, for me at least. There's an old joke my dad used to say, like, when you're young and you're not liberal, you've got no heart. When you get older and you're not conservative, you don't have a head. So he used to joke around and say that to me.
Just bring them together.
Yeah, I know, bringing those people together and just working that, I'm not saying I'm either of those, but anyway, I just really appreciate it. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm looking forward to a good race. And, one thing we want to try to do is we can't, have good government and do these things unless we're competent and we're doing things on time, fiscally responsible, and on a budget. And for me, I see a lot of things happening under the Capitol that aren't doing that. Basic problems with doing budgets and math and accountability, and just bringing back that common sense. Because if we don't do that, I mean, right now, institutional trust is at an all-time low with whether it's a corporation, government, nonprofit, doesn't matter who it is. Nobody's trusting anybody. But I find when you go to local governments, it's a little more people working together. And I would just love to see that happen a lot more at the state capitol. And appreciate any questions you have.
Ted, I appreciate your let's all get along mentality, because that's kind of what we do here. The DNR never meant a whole lot to me. The person's what meant a lot to me, and I think that's what you're saying.
Absolutely.
And so I appreciate that for sure. So do you all have any questions for Ted, anybody?
No, I think our heads and our hearts have always been together.
Yeah.
I'll tell my dad, but he's not here anymore, but I'll tell him.
Yeah. And also like the common sense comment, because common sense goes a long way. That's for sure. So anyway, anybody else got? Yes, Laura.
Just tell me what your area is again that you're running.
Okay, so I'm
That
running.
covers.
I'm running. There's in the 17th district, state senate, and it's currently held by Ann Sharnock. She was appointed by the Governor Morrissey, when Eric Nelson was appointed to head the Department of Revenue.
Yeah.
So it's an unexpired term. So the good news, if I win, I get to run 2 years again. So that's why nobody's running. I was telling a friend, I was like, should I have my head examined? Anyway, but you know, I've been involved in policy and politics for like 20 years, working on that. But the district basically is St. Albans, all the way to Kanawha City, and then it makes an abrupt stop at the Chuck Yeager Bridge, goes over the bridge, then goes from Malden all the way down to Cedar Grove,
Wow.
at the end of the bridge where Montgomery is, and then it wraps up to Campbell's Creek, Elkview, Clendenin, Sissonsville, wraps back around, does not include Cross Lanes, Dunbar, Big Tyler Mountain Road, doesn't include downtown Charleston. So it's basically this, this side of the river, all the way through. It's a good question. You're talking about that place, in South Charleston. What's the new Eagle View?
Eagle View.
Yeah, just like certain areas. Not Eagle View, but what's the place right by
Ridges.
Ridges?
Oh, Bridges, yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell if that was in the district. I'm like looking at the line. I'm like, it's hard.
I'll say Eagle View's pretty far away.
It is in Zach Maynard's.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah. I think
You're
I'm
in that
Zach,
Yeah,
because it used to be
the
Mike Stewart.
Mike Stewart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just a sliver, but it goes, but it picks up South Charleston, but then it goes out to it has Lincoln and Boone County in it too, I mean,
It does, yeah.
but it doesn't go, I don't think it goes all the way down to like Trace Fork, I think it stops.
No, I think almost right at the ridges, kind of in that kind of curve.
Yeah, it's like,
area.
it's Bruce Vaughn's in the district though, so it's kind of
Yeah.
odd,
Yeah.
but it kind of stops there,
Okay, anything else for Ted? Thank you, sir. Appreciate you coming by. Thank you so much. Okay, item B, if you'd read the title, please, Marge.
An ordinance providing for the annexation into the city of South Charleston of the area known as Hickory Street.
You guys are all familiar with this, right? We talked about last council. Okay, so we have a motion to pass on to a second reading, please.
Yeah, let me make a,
Let me get it to a second. Is there a second? Second. Second by Councilman Spurlock. Go ahead.
so the petitions were presented. You have to have two lists, the voters list and the freeholders list. If you are a voter and a property owner, your name goes on the voters list. If you are a property owner but not a voter, you go on the property owners list. That's really is designed so that citizens can't annex, like Institute couldn't incorporate and annex the plant without the plant's permission. It's more protection for businesses. But, there's people who are not registered to vote who own property. But it was 100% of the voters, registered voters, signed the petition, and 60% of the property owners, and 2 of the property owners are estates. And yeah, and so they weren't able to find the heirs, but so there is, it meets the threshold of more than 50% of both the voters and the freeholders petitions. And
So what you're saying is that the 40% was not necessarily voting no, that some just didn't vote?
right.
Okay.
I mean, the one, you know, the gentleman who circulated the petitions that live up there, he said, you know, their daughter lives down in Florida. We usually only hear from her every couple years, didn't know how to get a hold of her, they tried. And then the other person, they don't know who the heirs are on him.
Well, you got 60% of that anyway, so. Okay, anything else? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Ken. Consideration of any bids?
None this evening, sir.
Okay. Straight to department heads. Anybody got anything? Yes, sir.
You kind of mentioned it earlier, but we got the MSAC Night of Champions this weekend. The skills tournament's tomorrow, starts at 6, and then the games are on Saturday. South Charleston plays Capital at noon, and then there'll be more games in the evening for the first place games, boys and girls. And then we're gonna have the gaming center open during that, so we're hoping some of the high school kids and the kids go into the new gaming center from there. We put a post out today, just trying to keep advertising it, keep letting people know that we're open, and going to start birthday parties, booking those, not for this weekend, but the following weekend. So I'm sure those will book up fast, but just tell them to call us first come, first serve.
Birthday parties for,
For the
Gaming
new
center,
sports
new gaming
gaming
center,
There's
yeah.
some time slots that they can do birthday parties in there as well.
okay.
Anybody got anything else? Any questions for Hunter? First of all, any questions for Hunter on that? Okay, anybody got anything else? Anybody?
I just have a question, like, is there anybody that understands what's gonna be happening with the paving now that all this tearing up of all the streets have happened with the gas company? Do we know what's going on with that, or when their calendars are, or Steve, or?
I don't know when their calendars are. They will have to fix, they'll pave, repair what they tore up. But that'll be a strip. It won't be paving the whole street.
And it'll be 3 months later.
Yeah.
So like, what if,
We work really well with the water company, gas company, they
Not
don't
so much.
communicate quite as well.
so if I've got a couple issues on a couple streets right now, what's the best way to try to
Due to the gas company or due to something
Yeah.
else?
do the gas company?
Just let me know, sis.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
just let me
okay,
know.
I just didn't know if there was somebody
Yeah,
that you could call.
I had one, no, well, yes, we do, so just
Okay.
let me know what your
Okay.
concerns are, and
Okay.
we'll get a hold of them, and we'll see. But the other thing, Laura's kind of right, she says, well, it might be 3 months, I don't think it's gonna be, but, you know, we do have an ordinance on place that can hold the feet to the fire on the timing. We've never really got into a lot of that, because the best way for us all to do this thing is to all get along, because we all tear up each other's stuff from time to time. You know, we'll hit a gas line, or they'll hit a sewer line, or
And
they
they
need to
hit
bounce
water
out the
lines
street, or
while
what
they're
I mean.
doing
So
gas
it's
lines.
really the best scenario is for us all just to get along. And so
Thank
we've always
you.
tried to do that, and I think for the most part, it's been pretty good. I don't think sometimes we're not always happy with how they fix things back, but,
When it was easier dealing with the gas company when Moses Scott.
yeah, so, yeah, but anyway.
West Side did him in.
It's a mess up there, though.
Yeah, it is a mess, like
It is.
Orchard is my biggest problem right now.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Now, it's
And remember, the plants aren't even open
Yeah, but
yet,
they-
right, Steve? They're not open. The
Yeah, but
plants
they-
aren't
I'm
open.
No,
just
they're not
saying-
open, and see, their paving is done by a different contractor. CJ Hughes did the line work.
They're a mess.
concrete though, so.
Yeah, but they've just left, it's like there's a couple huge holes that are sinking where they've been on Orchard.
Jake, go look at those tomorrow.
And I
We need
know
to do
it's
something
probably
to keep somebody.
wearing people out, so.
Somebody up there emailed me about popping a tire, but I don't know
Yeah.
where it was at though, but they said they popped the tire. Who's gonna
We
do
already
it?
had it on our list to
Okay.
revamp Orchard.
So it's just, we can go up and do some repairs to make sure.
I
the
know
kids
it's
are-
concrete, but it's
Yeah.
still got a couple of things that are really bad.
Just go look at it, Jake, would you?
It's easier for them to fix it back as concrete, I'll say
Well,
that.
you think, but they didn't.
They need the winter provide, maintain it during the winter too. And like I said, the water company's really good. Gas company, we don't walk through with them in advance. And I didn't even know they was doing it until I started getting complaints on it. But I'll call my contact with the gas company, named Andrew Bays. I'll call him.
So what you're telling me is the strips they've already recovered, they're not gonna touch those again?
Yes. those are temporary.
Those-
That's
are
what I
temporary
thought,
patches,
okay,
yeah.
so they'll come back
Yeah.
and try to pave
And
it.
do a
And they have-
permanent paving, yes.
So I think our standard, they can't just, they have to go so far outside of the,
Across from it.
1 foot past the trench.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
so all they've
Something
done
like
is
sink in the middle.
put temporary back in the trench. So it'll be a foot wider than what is there on each side.
Well, who's responsible for repairing the top plane part of that bridge that goes across the interstate?
That's
down there?
DOH.
We were in contact with them, or we told
Those
them.
are bad.
I'm gonna have Jake put a Band-Aid on those too.
Yeah, we-
You have to put
Yeah,
somebody down inside
Those
that.
are
Much better today.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure everybody understands this. So he has to use a product called cold patch, which is a Band-Aid.
Right.
It won't stay, guys. I'm
No,
just
it
telling
won't,
you.
yeah.
He can put it on there and it'll be okay for a little while and then you've gotta go, but I don't have a problem with us going back and working on DOH right of ways because it's our people going driving on it.
Yeah.
Jake did reach out to them and try to get their permission for us to fix it back concrete and be done with it, but they wouldn't give us the permission to do
You
it. So
got
I told him to go back and do the cold patch and let's just keep putting a Band-Aid on it until they get to it. So
Common sense.
we'll do that. I mean,
They do plan on taking that bridge.
they do, but we don't know when though.
Right, but it's
So-
on their list to do, but that's gonna create its own problem, because I don't know how they maintain traffic across it.
Well, you don't.
Well, they'll reroute you through the tech
Yeah,
park.
the retail.
Yeah, they'll have to.
That's what
When
we had to
you
do
go
before.
up that,
We had-
if you have to go
we had
straight go
signs
up
put up
that
there.
way, you run out of room with traffic coming down.
So what I'm gonna say to y'all, since this is brought up, that even though the utility companies are responsible to fix what they tear up, DOH has Canal Turnpike, Route 60, Jefferson Road, da-da-da. If there's damage on there and it's causing an issue for our people, we will go back and try to address it just to put the Band-Aid on until they get to it.
Okay.
Because we can normally be there a lot quicker, to be honest. So that, and even if it's a utility company and it's their problem, we're not gonna let our people pop tires for 14 days while we wait on it,
Yeah.
is my point.
I got
So
you.
we're gonna go back and do that. So just let us know if you have something in your neighborhood or your ward that's an issue, and we'll help everybody get that done.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. Anything else?
I just have one thing.
That's fine.
On behalf of the Alliance, we just want to say thank you again for our community building. We're just using the heck out of that.
Good.
We had 105 people for bingo last weekend. We're cramming them in every nook and cranny, and Hunter is such a big help to us. Like, I mean, I messed up last week. I didn't ask far enough in advance. I asked him the night before, and we had tables like within an hour there, and so, but the building is phenomenal, and we appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.
And the community is loving it. I think it stays busy all the time,
Good.
so.
And that worked out to be a good deal for all of us.
It was a way better deal on our end, by far, but, yeah. But y'all have to come to bingo. I'm telling you, it's a happening thing. Like, they're lining up out the door 8 deep. It's so funny.
That's good.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Appreciate you saying that. Anybody else, anything? Anybody? Motion to adjourn? All in favor? Meeting adjourned?
Well, and I should tell you, I mean,